One of my fans recommended to me that I make a video on this guy, Tim Burton. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Tim Burton, he's a legendary filmmaker that has created masterpiece blockbuster movies that are all shaped in Gothic art style. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 of his movies which I like, and I'm going to put my opinion on them. I did a French video ages ago where I stated all the facts about them, but this time I'm going to be putting my opinion on Tim Burton movies. Now, if any of you on my channel do not like Tim Burton's art style or just don't like his movies at all, I can handle your opinion. Number 5, James and the Giant Peach. Based off a famous Roald Dahl story with the same name, James and the Giant Peach is a 1996 stop-motion movie with live action in it. The story goes as a young boy who lives with his aunties, and the boy discovers a magic giant peach with all insects inside it, so he journeys with the insects to go to New York City. And it's here where he starts living a better life in New York City along with the insect mates. So what are my overall thoughts on the movie? It was okay, and I did enjoy it, and I remember used to being dead scared of it back when I was little, but it got old really fast, and that's all because the creepy irony in this movie is all part of Tim Burton's charm. Number 4, Alice in Wonderland. Based off the first ever fantasy novel, I think Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland is by far the most epic out of all the remakes. From the interesting backgrounds to the fascinating characters to the absolutely epic soundtrack, this movie has a lot going for it. Johnny Depp's portrayal on the Mad Hatter seemed very accurate and was very inspiring. That is, if the Wicked Queen can't do it alone. I mean, she stole the entire movie and made it great. Number 3, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I was originally going to put this movie at first place on this list, but the reason why I changed it is because it is a very overrated movie, and you would expect in a video like this that I would put it at number 1. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the movie, but I do think it's very overrated in comparison to all the Tim Burton movies. The second reason why I put it at third place is due to complications with who directed the movie. Now, calling it overrated doesn't necessarily make it a bad movie. And I did openly say that I loved the movie. In fact, it's one of my favourite stop-motion movies of all time, and I would definitely watch it every day on Halloween and Christmas, any day. I just love how the way the film has this one character who's from the Halloween universe and travels all the way to the Christmas universe, takes an interest of it, and then wants to do it himself. I find that really satisfying. And the quality of the visuals and the movement of the characters is so fluid despite being 30 years of age. Number 2, Frankenweenie. In my eyes, Frankenweenie is just Tim Burton at his best. Now, even though I am not a dog lover, I do think Sparky is a really fun and endearing character. And the stuff that him and Victor go through, like to his death and all that, was just very emotional and did make me feel sorry for them. And I find it really satisfying how the kid goes from very depressed when he loses his dog and then goes full-blown scientist when he brings him back. I found that really satisfying. Finally, number 1, and I think the number 1 best Tim Burton movie is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This film gets a lot of negative criticism, and I don't get why. And I've watched it and compared it to the 1971 version, and I can safely say that this is the best version out there. In fact, it's one of the best Tim Burton movies I've ever seen in years. In fact, there's hardly anything to hate about it. The characters were well written, the humour was tasteful, and the soundtrack was just a pleasure to listen to. And this film also justifies what happens to the characters in the aftermath, rather than the 1971 version, which looked like it ended off a cliffhanger with just them coursing through the sky and nothing happens. This one actually had a better ending. In the 1971 version, there was the boat ride, which looked like it came straight from a Stephen King novel, while in this one, it just looked like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean. Just very epic and very satisfying, coupled with the nice music. The portrayal of Willy Wonka in this movie was dead quirky in a funny way, and he had more character arc to him. So yeah, In conclusion, I don't get where the hate comes from, but I do think I can safely say that this is by far Tim Burton's best film. I would watch this film any day over Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice combined. Thanks for watching, please subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.